Hello, my architectural drawing and design class and my advanced drawing and design class. We are once again in Revit. This is going to be a simple video about how to design walls. I'm going to go ahead and come directly to the architectural tab here in my ribbon. I have walls here. There's a couple different types. There's architectural, which we're going to do. There's structural walls, walls by face. There's a whole nother video I have just for doing the wall by face. But we're going to do architectural walls. I'm just going to create some simple walls here, explain to you what we're looking at in the properties here. So let's escape out of this. I'm going to expand my properties out and I'm going to grab this wall right here. So a couple things, the location line, core center line, we can move this if we wanted to. We're just going to stay right off of a core center line. Base constraint. This is where the bottom of the wall is. So for us, we're doing this on the first level. So the bottom of my wall is at level 1. If I had this wall up at level 2, I could set the base at level 2, so on and so forth. Now my base offset, this is how far I want this bottom to change. I'm just going to leave this alone. I'm perfectly happy with it set, starting right there at the bottom of, or at the floor for level 1. The top constraint, how tall do we want our wall to be? This one's going up to level 2, so it's just going up to level 2. I can easily change this thing. I can have it go up to other levels. I can have it go all the way up to the roof, for instance. But let's say I wanted to go unconnected. This would change so I can have walls at different heights that is not constrained to different floors or different levels. And then the top offset, if I wanted this thing to go above the level 2, maybe I wanted to do a vaulted wall at this part because I'm doing a ceiling or something like that, then I can bring this up and if I wanted to make it go a little bit higher. But again, the top offset will only bring it up. All right, so that is the simple way of doing walls. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this real quick. And now let's talk about putting them in and editing these things. So I'm going to add a couple walls here. So I'll come right up here. I'm going to bring this up to something like this. I have another wall in line. Make this a 6-foot wall, maybe. Yeah, I think like 6 foot. There we go. So I now have these two walls, but the problem with these two walls is they're going all the way up, and I don't want these two. I want these to be half walls. Maybe I'm making this a dining room, but I only want half walls around it. So let's get back over here to level 2, escape. So I'm going to come to my walls here. Once again, my top constraint, I want this to be unconnected. And then my height, the unconnected height right here will be, let's make this 4 foot. It's going to be a 4-foot wall. Press enter. And you can see it's now not connected at the top. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to make this unconnected. This is going to be 4 foot. Oops, 4 foot. Escape. Let's try that again. Didn't like that. Unconnected. 4 foot. Enter. There we go. Escape. Back to my 3D view. Now I have a half wall set at 4 feet. Now, this wall here, maybe I want to have it so as people go up the stairwell, I have this nice railing. I just want this to be nice and open. I don't want this big wall sitting up here like this. So let's go ahead and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so we can see what we're working with. And I'm going to double click on this line. This gives me the profile of this wall. And what I want to do is bring this wall down so it's going to mirror these steps. You can see I have another set of steps going to a basement. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a split element. I'm going to split this right here at this point. And then zoom out. Come back in here. I'll split this right at that point. Perfect. Press escape. Get rid of this line. I don't need it now. And I'm going to bring this line directly down until I have my endpoint in parallel. Something like that. Oop, just got rid of my line. Don't get rid of my line. Thank you. Now I can go ahead and finish the mode out, press escape, and I now have a wall that is cut down. So you're able to do this, and you can make multiple shapes if you wanted to in here just by going through and editing in the profile. If I wanted to, I can make a curve in here if I wanted something weird in this wall. But once again, save project, yes. Save often, save well. That is an easy way to do a wall and then cut it down. So I hope this video helps. What we did in here is we created walls, talked about the properties, we talked about creating half walls by making the tops unconnected, and we talked about breaking down a wall. So if you have any questions, please let me know.